So here is the engine bay. Here's my wiring loom. I've got inlet air temperature sensor, water temperature sensor. I'm still waiting on an adapter for that. And there's my coil pack wiring, my map sensor which I fit there, and the wiring goes into the thing. I've got obviously the injectors behind there, and then the boost control solenoid. Don't worry, these pipes are not kinked or compressed. I've just hidden them under the ECU to keep them safe. And then they go down there to the turbo so that the ECU can control the boost. I have got a little cable tie here just to hold the line out of the way of the manifold. It was already not touching the manifold, but I want a bit of extra security there just while it's mapped. And I'm probably going to rethink this feed line because I'm not really happy with it. But yeah, that's basically my loom. Like I said, it's boring really. It's taking like days and days of work, but not very visual. I couldn't resist doing a road tune. Laptop here on my own in some industrial estate. My eye firmly fixed on the wideband, don't you worry. It's a bit lean around about here. This thing is blinking awesome. It's not idling properly, obviously, because I'm just doing what I can, and I haven't got the idle control valve wired in. Remember now guys, it's got a map on that I've done myself in a couple of hours, well if that, and I'm not a mapper, I'm just like you. Probably not making that much power, but the torque is something that is instantly noticeable. That's night and day, that is night and day. Turbo noise is awesome. from some dude who doesn't know how to weld at all. The injector plugs come back off again because the clip's not on there, so I'll limp it home. All that with basic tools, basic pipe in a driveway. I mean, that's still not even mapped properly yet. It's only running about 7 psi, but hopefully you can get an idea of the sort of power we're going to be having when it is done. That is awesome. I don't know if it's coming over in the video, but the G-force on now, you literally just got to hold on tight. And that's only at like half a bar. And I'm happy that it's maxing out at half a bar, because that shows that the wastegate is working. And I was not sure if it was actually working, which I know is a silly thing to be worried about, but I just didn't know. So I've had it apart who knows how many times. I'm going to put it away now for this evening. And we'll come back to it soon. So after my recent test drive, I thought I might as well get around to fitting the McGann injectors. These are off a 106 GTI. I did fit the McGann injectors in a previous video, but I had to take them back out because they were leaking. And if I show you in here, you can see why they were leaking. This is a 106 injector with a McGann 225 seal on it. Look at that. Never going to seal. So basically, I didn't think of it at the time because I wanted it to just start basically on the 106 ECU. That was when I had the first start, just before the filming started. I sorted out the leaking injectors and replaced them with these. But putting the 106 seals onto the McGann injectors seems to have sorted it for now. So it's just something to bear in mind. If you're turboing your 106 GTI or Saxo VTS, you are going to have to reuse your 106 seals if you choose to use McGann 225 injectors. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for following the build, and hopefully you enjoy the videos, because that's why I'm doing them. I want to share my experience. And throughout this whole build, I've really strived to keep things attainable, and sort of attainable really, because I look at other channels and big channels, and I look at them and they like, do they have a 40,000-50,000 pound car and they're modifying it? I just think, like, I don't know if it's just me, but that seems to be like out of the realm of most people. Most people who are wanting to work on their car and watching YouTube videos, they're not really modifying 50,000 pound cars. If they were, they'd be taking it to someone else to modify it. At least that's the impression I get personally. Whereas at driveway developments, you know, most people have a driveway, most people have an angle grinder, most people have a welder and a soldering iron. So that's really the idea of the channel, you know. Most people can do what I've done, and if anything, you can watch what I've done and improve upon it, because I'm learning just the same as you are as I go along. My welding skills, I've gone from not being able to weld to barely being able to weld over this project. I think I've got a lot of room for improvement, and this car is going to be an evolution, you know. It's not going to be always done now. You know, I've broken the ice. The ice has been broken and the hardest bit's done. You know, I've got it all working, running now on a standalone ECU, and it's all running like. So anything I do now will just be refining over the years. But yeah, this car's not going anywhere. It's not just I'm going to turbo it and flog it sort of car. This is going to be an evolution, you know. In 5, I actually think if I continue at the pace I'm going, which is, I feel it's a sustainable pace. You know, I'm not out spending money I haven't got, and I'm not working on the car when I can't afford to be, you know, spending the time on it. That's probably why it's taken so long. But I feel like that's a sustainable pace. So over the course of 2, 3, 4, 5 years, this car is going to evolve into something maybe completely different. Who knows? It could be an animal, 500 horsepower. I don't know, you know. Um, but that's the sort of mentality I'm approaching this car with. I'm thinking maybe in 6 months I could invest in a TIG welder and redo all the stainless with a TD06 or a TD05. Do a gearbox conversion from a Citroen Picasso, which will hold about 440 horsepower, I think, something like that. Probably more than that, but I've seen them running 440 on YouTube. So, you know, all these things, they don't happen overnight, and I just got to keep picking away at it, you know, and eventually I'll get to a point where, you know, it's just done. I think once I've got the turbo kit sort of built and reliable, and I've had a bit of fun out of it, because I've invested thousands into this car at the moment, and I haven't even had more than a couple of pulls out of it. So, you know, I'm at the point where it's like I want to see some sort of result for the money and the work. But once I've got that sort of running nice and reliable, and I've had a month maybe to play, have fun boosting around the Welsh valleys, I'll probably just redo the whole handling then. I'll probably just buy a set of coilovers, adjustable solid top mounts, and go from there really. So yeah, hopefully that helps you to see my plans, my future plans, my outlook on my YouTube channel. Trying to keep things, you know, attainable to the viewer, but also to myself, you know, because that's half the fun, isn't it? Anyone can go out and spend 3 grand on a credit card, money they haven't got, but it's much more fun to sit in your garden welding. Yeah, anyway,